Class 11th, Subject Physics, third chapter, Motion in a Plane. From the chapter, let us see some of the formulae. First formula gives the displacement of the body. Displacement factor S equal to factor delta x, which will be given as factor x2 minus factor x1. Second formula gives average velocity. Factor phi average equal to factor x2 minus factor x1 upon t2 minus t1. Factor phi average is equal to factor x2 minus factor x1 upon t2 minus t1. Then third formula gives instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity, that is velocity of any body at any given instant of time, that is factor phi is equal to limit t tends to 0, that is that time interval will be very small tending to 0, factor delta x upon delta t, which will be simply written as factor dx by dt. Fourth formula gives average acceleration of the body, that is factor A average. Factor A average is equal to factor V2 minus factor V1 upon T2 minus T1. Factor V2 minus factor V1 upon T2 minus T1. Fifth formula gives the instantaneous acceleration. That is factor A is equal to limit t tends to 0, factor delta V upon delta t, which is equal to factor dV by dt, Then sixth formula gives area under velocity time graph, which is equal to displacement of object from t1 to t2, that is area under velocity time graph is equal to displacement of object from time t1 to t2, that is area is equal to integration t1 to t2 phi dt, which will be written as integration t1 to t2 dx by dt into dt, because this velocity phi is equal to dx by dt. dt will get cancelled and we will get integration t1 to t2 dx, that will be equal to xt2 minus xt1, that is displacement at t2 minus displacement at t1. Then seventh formula gives equations of motion, which are also called as kinematical equations. In all, there are three kinematical equations or equations of motion. First one is phi is equal to u plus at. Second, s is equal to ut plus half at square. And third is phi square equal to u square plus 2as. So in this case, u will represent initial velocity, then this phi will represent final velocity, a is the acceleration of the body, t is the time interval, and s will be the displacement of that body. Then eighth formula gives displacement of the projectile along horizontal as well as vertical directions, and therefore the displacement of projectile along vertical direction, that is along y-axis, is sy is equal to u sin theta t minus half gt square. Sy is equal to u sin theta t minus half gt square, and along x-axis sx equal to u cos theta t. Then Ninth formula gives horizontal range of projectile. Horizontal range of projectile, that is the distance traveled by the projectile in the horizontal direction, that is r is equal to, that range r is equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g, u square sine 2 theta upon g. Then this r will be maximum when this 2 theta is equal to 1, 2 theta is equal to 1. That means for 90 degree 2 theta sine 2 theta will be equal to 1, and therefore if 2 theta is equal to 90 degree, then theta will be equal to 45 degree, and therefore r max will be equal to u square by g, because this sine 2 theta is equal to 1, and therefore r max equal to u square by g for theta is equal to 45 degree. Then next formula number 10 gives maximum height of projectile, that is in the vertical direction. Maximum height of that projectile reach will be given as h is equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g, u square sine square theta upon 2g. And again in this case, if this sine square theta is equal to 1, then h will be maximum, that is h max will be equal to u square by 2g, u square by 2g, and then it will be for theta equal to 90 degree. Theta is equal to 90 degree. Then 11th formula gives the equation of motion of projectile. Equation of motion of projectile, which is given as y equal to tan theta x minus half g upon u square cos square theta x square. Y is equal to x, y is equal to here tan theta x, y is equal to tan theta x, that is x into this tan theta, that is tan theta x minus half g upon u square cos square theta x square, which is similar to y is equal to ax plus bx square, y is equal to ax plus bx square. But this equation is the equation of parabola, and therefore y is equal to tan x or tan theta x minus half g upon u square cos square theta into x square will represent the equation of parabola, that is equation of motion of the projectile. Then 12th formula gives period in case of circular motion. Period in circular motion. So when any body is performing circular motion, at that time its period will be given as t is equal to 2 pi r upon phi. T is equal to 2 pi r upon phi in terms of linear speed, but in terms of angular speed it will be 2 pi upon omega, 2 pi by omega. Then 13th formula gives angular speed. So angular speed omega equal to angle upon time, that will be equal to, for a complete circle, angle will be equal to 2 pi and time will be equal to period, that is capital T. So omega will be equal to 2 pi by t, that will be written as 2 pi upon 2 pi r upon phi, putting the value of t, 2 pi upon 2 pi r upon phi, which comes out to be phi by r. 2 pi will get cancelled, phi will be shifted to numerator, therefore we will get phi by r. Then 14th formula gives centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration, a is equal to, in magnitude, omega square r, a is equal to omega square r, or phi square by r, phi square by r, or omega phi. And therefore centripetal acceleration a is equal to omega square r equal to phi square by r equal to omega phi. Then 15th formula gives the centripetal force F. Centripetal force F is equal to m phi square upon r, or is equal to m omega square r. F is equal to m phi square upon r, or m omega square r. Then 16th formula gives period of conical pendulum. In case of conical pendulum, the period will be given by the formula period of conical pendulum t is equal to 2 pi square root of h by g. T is equal to 2 pi square root of h by g, where h will be the vertical height. So t is equal to 2 pi square root of h by g, which will be given as 2 pi square root of L cos theta upon g. H will be replaced by L cos theta, and therefore t is equal to 2 pi square root of L cos theta upon g, where r is equal to L sin theta again. R will be equal to L sin theta. In this case, L will represent the length of that string, that is inclined length of the string, and therefore period t is equal to 2 pi square root of h by g, which will be written as 2 pi square root of L cos theta upon g, and in this case the radius of that circular path r will be equal to L sin theta.